This lesson's on 2.1, Congruent Figures. Let's talk about some vocabulary words. Figures that have the same size and the same shape are called congruent figures. As we can see the two triangles in the figure below, when we have matching angles, then we have corresponding angles. And as the angles, we could show the little dash mark. If I have one dash mark there on angle B and one dash mark on angle E right there, that shows that it is corresponding angle to angle E. And I can also say then angle A right here is corresponding to angle D, but I would have to put two dash marks because then that specifies that angle A measurement, whatever that degrees may be, is exactly the same for angle D. We are not sure if angle A is same as B currently because there's no measurement, but we know for the fact that angle A is congruent to angle D. And we also have an angle C, which we can show in this part right here, and we could have three dash marks, and so that's different because then angle F has exactly the same measurement right there, and so those angles are corresponding. On the outside legs of the triangle, we have sides AB that is corresponding to side DE. I also have the side BC corresponding to the side EF, and then the side AC is corresponding to the side DF. So again, each of those have three dash marks because then AC only corresponds to DF right there, does not have the same measurement or size as the other sides. So that's what we're working on today, is to find where is it corresponding inside the angle and on the outsides of the shapes. In example 1, the figures are congruent. Name the corresponding angles and the corresponding sides. So let's look at our first figure of ABCD and compare it to the figure WXYZ. See that angle A, which is this part right here, corresponds with which angle? Angle W. We also have angle B that corresponds to which angle? Angle X. And we have angle C that corresponds to which angle? Angle Y. And finally, we could see that angle D corresponds to angle Z. Now let's look at the sides. So I have a side AB, which is this line right here, that is corresponding to side WX. And then I have a side of BC, which is this line right here, and that is corresponding to side XY. And we have a third side, oops, we should put a 2 there. We have a third side right here, side DC, and that corresponds to side ZY. And our last side, AD, is corresponding to side WZ. Now let's look at example 2. Example 2 has a trapezoid of ABCD and a trapezoid of JKLM, and both trapezoids are congruent, meaning that they are same size. So we can then find out some of the missing pieces and also answer the questions that we have. So the first question is asking, what is the length of side JM? So JM is going to be this part right here. And if that side is congruent to this side right here, then we know that the measurement of JM is 10 feet. The next question is asking, what is the length of JK? So looking at the length of right here of JK, we can find that it is exactly the same measurement on this side right here. So JK would have to be 8 feet. And finally, the last question is asking us, what is the perimeter of ABCD? And to find the perimeter, we're adding up all the outsides of this. So when we add up 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 8, 32 feet. In example 3, which one does not belong with the other three angles? go ahead and look at the angles. Notice that there are some angles that are different. And so in the letters below, it says that, is it possibly angle R, angle U, angle V, or angle Q that is different? Angle V would be the one that is different because that has two congruent lines right there, which means that angle V and angle S are congruent to each other, but they are not congruent to angle Q, angle R, angle T, and angle U.